Hi everyone. First and foremost, I hope that everyone's doing well during these surreal times and staying safe. I had some good feedback from the last video that we did, my wonderful cameraman. So I'm going to be showing you a recipe that Keith and I enjoy at least once every couple of weeks. It's a Schnitzel, and I'm going to be using chicken. I want to show you it's super fast. I'm going to be doing it in real time, so if I make mistakes, just bear with me. But the great thing about Schnitzel is that you can do it with almost any type of protein. You can use beef, lamb, chicken, like I'm using today, turkey, pork. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is butterfly the chicken breast. So the chicken breast is kind of uneven, and what I want to do is open it up so that it's a nice flat surface. Then I'm going to pound it out, and we're going to make it really nice and flat so that it cooks up in no time. So we're going to go in and just open it up with your knife. Make sure your knife is sharp. Just get in there, take your time, and what you'll see is that it starts to open up and spread open like a butterfly. So let me just get this down. I have it also on parchment paper, and that's for, just to make things a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of wash up as well, but like I said, I'm doing this in real time. So now that it's butterflied and open, what I'm going to do is take my mallet, and I have a broken mallet actually, but it serves a purpose for now. And it's typically used for tenderizing meat, which is not what we're doing with it today because chicken breast is tender enough. So I'm just going to be flattening it out. So this is another purpose for your mallet. And then let me just bring it up to the top a little bit more. Cover it over, and then take the mallet. I need a new one, just saying, if you want to order something online. Okay, so start from the center, and what we're going to do is kind of be pushing it out. So if you don't have a mallet, I've actually used a hammer before, but you got to be careful with a hammer because the hammer is so much heavier than the mallet, and it will really just break apart your meat. So it's from the center. Sorry, it's really loud, but it's got to be. And this chicken breast is going to yield 2 portions, which is perfect for Keith and I. That should be good. Just get your mallet over there. Let's take a look. There you go, perfect. So it's nice and flat surface now. And now we're gonna move on to the breading. So while I'm doing the breading, I'm gonna get my pan nice and hot. Turn that on, and all I have is like a big knob of butter and some olive oil. All right, we want that nice and sizzling hot. Again, this is not gonna take any time once we get going. So I have basic breading station. You know what that is, Keith?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you. So it's basically egg, flour, and breadcrumbs. And I have the egg already beaten. I have them in big bowls, sorry, but I seem to be using my bowls for so many different things in the fridge. So just plain all-purpose white flour, 1 beaten egg, and then breadcrumbs. Now I have plain breadcrumbs. If you have seasoned, use seasoned. But I don't, so I have plain. I'm just going to season them with some dried oregano. Get that open. Some dried oregano. And then salt. And a good pinch of pepper. Get that down. And then I'm just going to mix it up. And there you have it. Now I have seasoned breadcrumbs. So if you have seasoned breadcrumbs, just watch your salt. Don't use too much salt because seasoned breadcrumbs are already seasoned. There we go. Okay, next thing, I'm just gonna move around my butter into my oil, and that's gonna continue to melt and get hot. Next, we're gonna take the chicken and put it into the flour, like this. And we want the flour all over the chicken. The reason for that is because when we put it into the egg, we want the egg to stick so that the breadcrumbs can stick. Just make sure that there's lots of flour. Okay, and now we're gonna go right into the egg. It's a little bit messy here. I'm gonna have cement hands in a minute, but it's got to be done. Down into the egg, and now the egg is sticking to the flour. And then we're gonna go right in to our seasoned breadcrumbs, like this. And then you wanna get the breadcrumbs all over it. Again, I said it's really, really messy, but it's gonna be so good for a nice snack for Keith and I. I think we'll have this for a late lunch today because we did a good workout, so we deserve something with nice protein on the treadmill. There we go. So now that it's completely covered, make sure that you get all the wet bits covered. You want all the wet pieces covered with the breadcrumbs. And we're gonna go straight down into my butter and olive oil. Now, there we go. Okay, so I need to clean up. Keith, can you just keep an eye on this for 1 minute while I get de-chicken? Okay, and so while that's going, what I'm gonna do is just make a quick salad. Keith and I eat salad like 2 or 3 times a week. It's nice and fresh because a lot of the stuff that we're eating lately has been previously frozen and sometimes canned, so a nice salad is always good. So just take the top out of the tomato, really nice ripe tomato, and I'm gonna cut it into wedges, just like that. Perfect. And then I have some just mixed salad greens that I previously washed earlier this morning and spun them out to dry. So I'm gonna get that onto the plate. As well, I'm gonna make for you a salad dressing that's super easy. It's a vinaigrette, so it's nice and light. It's my go-to. Keith and I, you know, like I said, we've been eating lots of salad, and this salad dressing is good because it can keep for up to like 8 days. Let me just check on this. It's going really nicely. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's really nice and brown. Okay, I'm gonna turn that over. Oops, let me just get in there. There you go. Oh yeah. It came apart into 2 pieces, but that's perfect. I mean, that's actually perfect because I'll have the smaller piece and you can get the bigger piece.
Yummy.
So there you go. It's really nice and crispy looking. I gotta move fast now. So the salad is done. Just basic lettuce and tomato. I do have a cucumber in the fridge, but for now I'm just gonna use that. Make a salad dressing quickly for you to see. So we'll start with red wine vinegar. I'm gonna go with like 3 or 4 teaspoons of red wine vinegar. Also, apple cider vinegar would be really nice as well if you have that. And then Dijon mustard, and you do need Dijon mustard. I don't recommend the French's, the yellow mustard. You want a nice Dijon mustard. So this is a French mustard, not French's mustard. So big heaping teaspoon, like, because I have a teaspoon, I'd say it's about a tablespoon. And then salt and pepper. Right there. And then I need olive oil. And I'm gonna use good extra virgin olive oil because it's a salad dressing, so I'm not even gonna be cooking it. So I want extra virgin olive oil. Like 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Now, I'm just gonna give it a shake so that it all emulsifies. Make sure the lid's on tight. If it's not on tight, you're gonna get it really messy. And that's it, basic vinaigrette for your everyday salad. If you wanna get fancy, you can add like maybe some orange juice or raspberries when you have a raspberry vinaigrette. But this is perfect for Keith and I. We love this basic one. And just, if you do make this one, make sure you refrigerate it after. It'll stay for around 8 days in your fridge, but you gotta shake it because it's gonna break, it's gonna split. Okay, we are looking good here. I'm gonna take it off now because it's definitely done. Like I said, it takes no time. So this is under like 20 minutes. And what I like to do is put it onto like a rack that's gonna elevate it. The reason for that is because I don't want it to get soggy if I just laid it flat. Turn off my heat. And we are gonna get ready to plate. Can't wait, right? It's gonna be so good. I really enjoy this. Good protein this afternoon. Really nice and crispy. I'm doing this super fast, so I would let it like drain off for a minute if I have more time. But again, I don't want to keep you too long. And lastly, you need capers. Gotta have capers and a wedge of lemon. Really important because it's nice and you know, it was pan fried and it is breaded. So a nice wedge of lemon juice so you can squeeze down over it. It will be perfect. So a squeeze of lemon. Lovely. And then capers. Capers are really nice and salty and briny. They come from a flower. They're the bud of a flower, and they're like little power bombs in your mouth. They're like bursts of flavor. So they're wonderful. And they go really nice and salty with this wonderful chicken schnitzel that I made for you today. I hope that you enjoy the recipe, and thank you so much to my handsome cameraman for bringing me out again today.